Hello, folks. We're back with more VoD reviews. This time it is NACL Playoffs Edition. Going through the Challengers League. We got Supernova versus Blue Water in the first round of the upper bracket. This is a best of three. Winner went on to face Fierce Starforge. The loser went down to the lower bracket to face... I'm quizzing myself on this one. Winthrop, I believe. So, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. These have all been a lot of fun. And we're going to dive into this one and see what happens. All right. Game 1 draft. I will say, going into this, I had Blue Water actually winning this series. They ended up winning Game 1 and then they lost the next two. I thought Blue Water were playing quite good. They just got, like, creamed in lane the next two games. So, props Supernova. I mean, Supernova, like, this is a team that I think they should be a top half team. Like, this team is good. But I just think they've been, like, kind of sloppy in how they close out games. And we definitely saw that in this series a little bit. So, yeah, that was my read going in, but let's get into it. All right, Renekton first pick, Rumble off the table, and then two of the Quacker Champs taken off the table. We ended up with Sejuani and Olaf, and this is a really good Olaf game already. Sedge Olaf is nice in Renekton. Olaf is playable in Renekton. And MF is not the carry that's going to deal with Olaf well. Not to mention Leona as well, which is kind of free food for Olaf. So I was pretty surprised that like they banned away both these champs, and then we just have an Olaf game. I know the other Olaf player in our league is honestly Faisal, so maybe you thought he could deal with it. I think Faisal had a decent series, but that was a little bit of a surprise for me. Viban, the Weiban, Braum Hui. This gives Rakan with two melees to piggyback off of, which is quite nice. We have Brand, who's pretty vulnerable to pick. And you can't get ran down by Olaf going turbo mode. And then Lucian, who can kind of deal with Olaf, but not really. Oriana for the Wombo. Blue Water, much better team fight, whereas Supernova... they have a lot of strong early game pieces, but get outscaled, and their team fight's a lot harder to execute as we go through this game. So, I know we fly runes, just we fly runes later. They drop the lane wards, so they give Quacker a good start, and it's going to be bot to top for each of our teams. There we go. I'll get my cam up after we go over these. Ability haste. Okay. Oh, nice. I don't love this unless they look for dives. Okay. I don't think they're looking for dives, though, at the opening path, so... Faisal lost his flash. I mean, at least Quacker gets the wave in. He's going to be pushed off by Kenby. This is all spotted under reward. Faisal gets TP back, so his XP advantage. Whereas Olaf's got a Hawk. So, but it was a full clear for music, so keep in mind that like we pulled support up for this. Kenby's clear was delayed a little bit. And we have a second support coming up. Yeah, so... both supports huffed at top lane to try and support. Again, like this game, I really feel like Supernova had to get leads in lane. Or like get Toasty to his side first. Flash traded out from Kenby. Just a little bit before Diamond got in. Which is worth noting. So, like, Diamond's rotating here. time to get around that, all that. Yeah, so now we're going top. And this was a big part of the game because keep in mind, Faisal at the first TP, he has an XP lead here, right? He's going to dink 6 off this wave. And Music's here to hover Quacker. So Kenvy's on the camp. He gets yoinked. That's whatever. Faisal has 6, okay? But this wave's not in. And we start the fight before the wave's in. Again, I feel like if they wait for this wave, they might be able to take the 2v3. Like, Faisal has no flash. And yeah, he has Dominus, but like, he must have burned his E. I can't see it. See if we can see if he E'd. He E'd the wave. Yeah, he just E'd the wave there. So he has no E. And the wave's done it. It's like, he used this shit to get the wave in, and then they fight without him, which is the wrong call. And they get toasted by Sej. Hold off. So that's hard. That's not winnable. You're opting into a fight where you're down 2 levels overall, and your Renekton's level 6 and not able to get involved, so that's bad. So that gives, like, Faisal's still, like, kind of up in XP at least in this matchup, but that gives Quacker a lot of gold and a good amount of XP from those 2 kills. Like, he's fine with that. So it's Grubs for Drake trade off the back of that for Blue Water, which again, they're getting something, so that's fine. And they're up 1k gold, which is, I mean, that's massive for them at this point, in my opinion. Rivex takes a point, Pog. No play top side. Wait, Quacker's able to pick up most of that wave. And this was clean mid. Yeah. We have double flash used by Blue Water. That does go wide. Samikin did not dodge out on that brand damage, but because we have Locket and we have Ori Shield, it ends up being enough where he survives. So we just win the 2v2 mid, and this game's like really cooked now for Supernova. Like, Ori's ahead. This is a nice play from Samikin. Good trying the sidestep from Kemby. He still caught that. Just, yeah. Just keep in mind Toasty's down shit. See able to get out. And that's second Grubs. And yeah, I mean, like the fact that all this went over to Blue Water this early in the game, again, really bad. This game state was really bad for Supernova early on. They turned it around at the 3rd Drake or the Herald fight. There's one fight the Blue Water taken here that wasn't good, but again, besides that, I think this game got really hard for them. Also, with all these lanes being so stable, like they can't get a world where Lucian's in the side wave really early on against Orianna, which is pretty good for Lucian. Like, because then you can set up a potential dive on Ori. But it's really stable. Stable game definitely benefits Blue Water a lot. As the fight I didn't want to take for Blue Water. And all the controls on bot side. I just think that like your power window as Blue Water gets so much better throughout this game. It's like when you have Croc at 11 like this, we don't need to take this. I will say if it's gonna work, it's off of Samakin syncing up with Rovex. Rovex does have a nice engage, but Samakin has to flash follow with Shockwave, and it's not chained because he's late from the TP. I mean, it actually doesn't matter. They still end up getting both. Just again, like, because Samakin flashed in like that, as Renekton gets a shit ton of work done here. Yeah, nice flash from Lens. It's a 2 for 2. Herald does go over to Supernova. I was a bit surprised that Blue Water took this because, again, I think that their comp is better as the game goes on. I don't think they need to take this now. And Lens got a really, really big ult off. So good job from Supernova to retreat with MF. Pretty good. And Samakin burn his flash the last play too, so Faisal gets him off that. Samakin's way too far up in that lane. And it's a bad matchup for him. Oh yeah, we don't need to be humping turret when we're down like this. Also, like, we just got bought in. Actually, oh, they did spot 4 bot. Okay, so it's just bad. And Faisal flashed over Shockwave, so it's just bad Shockwave. We didn't hold Shockwave. Like, he can always flash over Shockwave too, so like, they just... That lane shouldn't be shoved in. That lane should be granted. So I like the recovery from Blue Water, though. Like, it was to get music to pick up mid wave and Levitate goes top. Like, someone still is eating all 3 waves. But, of course, advantageous for Supernova there. They found the kill, get the wave in. So, gold leads kind of been cut into. But, again, like, Blue Water's comp for me, way easier to execute. And this was a really good setup from them. So, that ward that is over the wall here can be... So, that... Okay, hold on. Kenvi hits this... Yeah, Sierra Observers did a nice job of setting this up, actually. So Kenvi doesn't spot the ward here. So I think that we're playing with a little bit of false info here as SN, where we don't think we're spotted over the wall, but we are. Because music, like, we spot everyone. Walk down. So we flush Renekton out. And then we didn't ward our flank. So Diamond's sitting on 1 ward, and we have 4 control wards, and this flank was not warded at all from Supernova, which is poor. So 2 control wards are up below, but we don't have one around Try, so Rovex gets a really big entrance, and Faisal is zoned out, so we have a 5v4 on this side of the fight. Quacker, yeah, it's really good. It's really good. It's really clean, actually. So really nice collapse. 3-man Shockwave hits. It's 3 kills, and that's the fight. Yeah, who cares that Drake went over? Don't even chase Diamond. They turn it into 2 outers, so they're at 4k gold again. And again, their comp's so much easier to play, so like this is really favorable for Blue Water. I do really appreciate how they set up that objective. Supernova needs to at least ward off their flank, and they never did, so that was kind of a brain fart from them. But they got to get that stuff right, because you might have a scenario where it's a closer game, and that fight, and not having that info is big. That was a really nice setup and engage from Blue Water and Rovex. Props to Blue Water. I mean, this is a team with 2 rooks and 3 players that were relegated, and the way that they play map is, like, I think pretty decent. Their team graded into some of their parts for sure. This was gross, though. All right, we don't respect TP here. So we're taking the point out of the person that doesn't have TP. We don't have TP on our top laner, so we're always going to be down numbers. And the angle that Levitate takes is really good for dealing with Toasty. But Toasty is able to go back to his TP. Toasty plays this fight out nicely. And Levitate flashes and still dies, which is bad. So Levitate went way too deep there. They did not track Faisal TP there. Again, Quacker can never be at that fight. Faisal always can. If you're going to attack a side, you got to attack Faisal's side. Or they get his TP, then they reset the map. They get Renekton to show bot again, and they try and flirt with Baron. Okay, that said, Faisal takes away they shouldn't. Faisal was having a good game until this, honestly. Faisal's sitting on a lot of gold, too. I guarantee you has Sterix in base. They find the cancel. Yes, he flashes out. Yes, the boys are coming to protect him. Like, once it's a turn, though, I mean, Quacker just melts the fuck out of them. Yeah, we're going to ignore a couple of those. So Quacker just fucking melts them. And they get Diamond. And that's pretty much the game. Faisal's too far up there. He did have Sterix in base. I mean, he was... I don't know why they turn. I really don't know why they turn. I appreciate the focus on the Cubby too. Good job. Olaf uniquely as well. I mean, interacts okay in a Bran. And Zyra, actually. Like, it's actually not that bad. I think the fear is that you just, like, are fucked in the first few levels of the game. But if you get to this point and you have Ragnarok and you're on decent footing, I mean, the rivalize don't matter. And those champions are not mobile. Yeah, Toasty just can't be here. He didn't flash react, but it's just not worth being there either way. He doesn't have any help in the vicinity. Diamond's hex flashing over, but it's so far away. Alright. So we're still seeing some moments where we're a little bit too far up here as Supernova. This game's pretty over. This is a little bit funky to me. I know Samikin's like feasting in that bot lane. I just don't know what. That's what we're 20 seconds away from Baron. Samikin has DP. Okay. I think Samikin should have grouped on this wave. I don't think he shoves in one more bot wave. That wave doesn't mean shit. Yeah. Like, Samikin's late. Yeah. Should have been a little bit fast. If Samkin comes the wave prior, they get TP out over next and such. They have numbers play. That said, Quacker's been in fog. He's not showing that wave. So he finds a pocket. They literally just walk up. Diamond throws shit into the piggy. And they get mauled. GG's. Alright, good game one from Blue Otter. I do like the way this team plays map. Alright, I didn't love this pick. I actually think... So, we're triple magic damage topside, which is quite bad. I think if you want to... Like, even Mord is a better pick here. Because I just like being able to remove one of these two. Is not bad. But I think this has to be Camille. I know it's not a Quacker champ, though. But the fact that this isn't Camille, it hurts this game. Or, I mean, I think it also could be Jax. But I don't like Jax that much this game. This pick gets... It's so much time to get online as the Blue Water comp. Like, we're going to be victims in every single lane. And when you have Pony behind all that, and you can just, like, really snowball the game forward. Also, with Hecarim interacting pretty well with Gwen, at least in the very early levels of the game, you just kind of maul Gwen. I think this game is really tough. I thought this draft wasn't good for Blue Water. There's too much magic damage involved. And if we're all magic damage, guys, the one person we have packing 80 behind it is Jhin. So yeah. This was curious. Anyway. I don't know much else to add. Runes. I didn't see anything weird. We could go boots early. I like boots over cashback, but if you need boots early in your build, I think it's fine. Nice. Good job, Levitate. I think Rel could legitimately take second one instead of Moan Pudding here, but that's just me. Alright, so it was mirrored clears this game. Which honestly is not bad. It's like, Maokai can be invaded upon by the Hecarim. So, I think this actually ensures that Maokai gets some farm, but you're not getting up in the face of Hecarim. Which, I don't know if that's doable or not. I feel like if Hecarim finds you early, you just get ran down. This ends up being big, though. Faisal is able to hold these waves in front of his own turret. Music is here on the hover for now, but off the first base, Kenvi just goes straight to top lane and gets a kill. And then Lens gets kill bot. So it's already, like, pretty doomed for Blue Water, at least in the earlier stages. Don't worry, though. This game's messy. We're going to do a lot of shame. Be a lot of shame watching this game. Yeah, I mean, we're dead as fuck here. I mean, I think music should help get the wave in instead of hover, but I understand not wanting to fuck with Gwen's XP. Just, yeah, this ends up being a big problem. Because Gwen's only good for damage. So if we set Gwen behind, it's tough. And we're triple magic damage, so it's double tough. Faisal's Negatron feels really fucking good. Yeah, first grub's picked up based on that. Drake's taking a little bit later for Blue Water, so we're ahead on the play and the trade. Which means that Kenvi gets to keep on farming. Kenvi goes Shojin first. I've seen a clip Shojin. I mean, I'm a big fan of Shojin. I think this item's like actually kind of slept on. It's definitely a win harder item, but there's some champs that abuse it really well, and Hecarim's for sure one of them. This is well played.
Timing could be great, but like you said, Cubby.
Suzuki, thanks for the follow. Just the scoop, right in the Hecarim, waits for the flash. I think the play here, I mean, the play here for Samikin is to flash this, sadly. He flees Azir, or yeah, fears Azir, sorry. I think the actual play for Samikin is you have to fear the Hecarim, because then you're gonna force him to go unstoppable, and then you flash. Because by flashing instantly, then Cubby just gets the free response, and you die. So I think that's the right play. Or you fear Azir on the way in so that he can never get his R off. Either way, it came out a little bit late. There were 2 creeps that were low. He was trying to go for him. So yeah, fed pony. I do like this trade from Faisal. It gets Quacker so low that, I mean, this is free. So again, I think Faisal plays this very well. Jukes one, trades back, R's through the other. Oh, he dodged some of it. He missed the Q, but that's about it. Everything else played pretty damn well. 9 stacks up as third. Yeah, that's nice. And there's no TP, so like top is just kind of borked now. Again, we're only good for the damage on Gwen, and there's no response for music. Hey, Cubby, what do you think is going to make esports like League timeless in the way that T-sports are? Making it widely culturally acceptable. There are a lot of ways that traditional sports do that, between youth sports and having regionalized teams. I think regionalized teams are really hard to do in terms of like gaming. So I think you have to like do youth sports and build it into the schools. I've always said that if you put this game in every high school in the country, it gets a lot more culturally acceptable. I think that's the way. I mean, again, like this trade from Faisal, does it get a kill? No, but does it force Quacker like off the wave and you get 2 plays from it? Yes. We have a second kill mid. I mean, there's just nothing that Blue Water can do on the map right now. Like, they're just getting nukes in all 3 lanes. Quacker doesn't burn his TP and instead tries to go back in. He's got music behind him, so maybe it's trying to be a bait, but he eats the Q and kind of gets... Yeah, that's kind of embarrassing. It's no bueno. It's very no bueno. So, like, I mean, we're watching this game on the cast. Like, this game is fucked. Like, all right, game 3 it is, guys. It's fine. Don't worry. It gets a lot more interesting, sadly. That was interesting. Like, I don't even know what you do. I mean, we're taking a rift on time. Like, Supernova should just be taking everything on time. Just do everything you can. Like, this game is yours. Yeah, they got so many points. I mean, the response from music is to try and take bot side camps, but he's cut off by Toasty. Well played. Toasty sacks away for this. This is really well done. It is spotted here. Yeah, it's free. Canby's like, I'm not even gonna offer that.
Holy shit, he's
go
hot.
Elsewhere. Hey, thanks for the sub or the prime. It's very nice of you. What's up, Winterbolt? Yeah, so Toasty gets the tower off. It's a 7k gold, dude. I mean, again, there's nothing that Blue Water can do besides try and hope for time. Enjoy some gaming. Well, we're doing a lot of gaming for Supernova. It's kind of hard to game right now as Blue Water Music's barely able to get his own raps. 16 minutes in. It's pretty hard. They at least denied the second crash, but again, like, we're on all of our inners at this point. Supernova's playing this out nicely. We got 6 grubs. All right, this was the first play that's positive for Blue Water. And again, Kenvy's like yoinking camps, who's playing for the Wolves. Do we need this? No, but can we get this? Yeah, probably. The only issue is that, so the way that Kenvy R's, he's gonna catch the other route. So like, he never buffers. Yeah, you want to buffer it if possible. But so he gets it on the back half, and now he's down. Sabakin does a nice job of zoning Toasty out, and we get the shutdown over to Jim, which is pretty big. Toasty gets out of this, but really good find for Blue Water. And nothing that Supernova can do to respond, so it's free to be given over. All the Academy players you watched here, which player seems most deserving to play Major League? Surdy and Yuji. Those two. And Shaden. Surdy, Yuji, Shaden. If it's one, honestly, I will say Yuji. I think Surdy's going to get a gig. But I think Yuji is like actually worth the import slot. This guy's really good. What about Scary Jerry? Scary Jerry's been good. We'll see if a team needs an AD. I don't know. I feel like... I honestly don't know. I think Scary Jerry's been really solid. He just hit top 10 solo queue, which I'm really happy for him for. I know he's been grinding hard. He's really impressed me this year. Like, I don't usually see players go from being good laners and bad team fighters and then round out that game. You always often see the good team fighters figure out how to lane, and then it's just like, we're good from there. Scary Jerry is actually getting a lot better at team fighting and just like playing out properly. It's been really good to watch. All right, here's where the tragedy starts. Okay, so we're up, what, 6.5K, and we're against a Maokai with Q-Smite. Q-Smite wins. Always hear the caster hyping him up a lot. What, Scary Jerry? Hey, I think I voted for him first team all Pro Bowl splits. Yeah, it doesn't even get the Q down. Kenvy just missed Smite. But I don't like this. Kenvy can't get out of the pit. We don't really have a way to keep the Maokai out of the pit besides Diamond using Hostile Takeover or Toasty using something. The fact that we allowed this to just be a flip, like in this state, is terrible. This should not be allowed to happen. Legitimately, I think Diamond should... Like, we need Diamond to R, or he should flash over the wall and keep him out, and we just have Callista pull him back in. But it's a disaster. I saw can't get anything else. We only get one. And they just yoink Baron. So that's sweet.
Holy shit, he's hot.
Oh, thanks for the gift. It's very nice of you. Yeah, so I mean, this is nice for Blue Water. Kind of allows for them to rebalance the map a little bit. They're trying to get bounties, but they're still losing an inner turret while they're sieging an outer. They lost 2 inners from this. This is bad. I mean, Quacker has TP and Dragon spawning, so I just think that Quacker needs to be where Samakin's at. Which I can't see because of the replay. There's actually a moment where Blue Water, I feel like, plays map poorly. I know we see Cassante bot. If we're going to drop Dragon, that's okay. But I think that we need to have the Hui in a spot to wave clear. Not Siege. That's why I'm down for other picks to be up there. Yeah, as 2 winners fall, now they can actually like move to cut off Samikin if they really want to, but we're going to Baron recall. Nice. So that's 2 winners and Drake going over. So it's a pretty like whatever Baron power play. It buys some time, which it's not terrible, but it's not good by any means. I mean, it's better than the alternative of losing Baron, but alright, so we're just gonna strong side the Toasty side. That's fine. Do our best. All jungle camps are still possession of Supernova, even on Blue Water's side of the map. It's fine. They can choose, they like are able to contest them if possible. Yep. Toasty's gonna TP mid. Just play Baron this wave. I flush him all the way out. Spot music up there. And are they just waiting for Drake? Like, they do get Soul. Yeah, so we're going to give Soul as Blue Water. I mean, I'm fine with that, honestly. I think Ocean Soul is a state of mind. Think a team of the best caddying players could outperform IMT or Shopify? Yes. I thought if FlyC, like, I mean, FlyC were, like, would have been mostly LCS players. So, I mean, Kenvy's in here. I think I just went a little bit early here as Kenvy. He's kind of forced to ult because we're getting through the fear that Samikin threw out. But we're lining ourselves up to be completely shut down. Like, Lens and Toasty were not in range DPS yet. And it's a really nice sphere that hits. Yeah, it hits the Cassante, so he can't immediately follow through. He still gets Levitate in the end. Now he's stuck. So it's a trade. Is something like an NCAA esports before esports in the Olympics a better first step? No, keep the NCAA out of esports at all costs. Fuck the NCAA. I mean, it's already in a lot of colleges. I think esports is legitimate. It just needs to... I feel like some of these like gaming companies, they just aren't as ambitious about it. Hang on, we got more plays. It's a 3 for 3. Blue Otter's trying to overtake the map a little bit, but it's a good look from Toasty. It doesn't chain on the Rovex, but they do get one more kill from this. Oh, never mind. Nice snipe from Levitate. It's enough though to start Baron if they really want to. So yeah, I'm down with the Baron start, by the way. Like, Rovex is low. And now we have Faisal to try and keep music out of the pit. That's a... No one keeps music out of the pit again. So he gets in. And he yoinks it again. This should be Faisal keeping him out of the pit. Oh my god. At least we went out on the fight. We should have ended the game here as Supernova, but we're going to have fun instead. It's a nice ult from Diamond. They get Samikin. Toasty does go down. I actually didn't see how Toasty went down. I think that's kind of bad from Toasty. Toasty doesn't get nearly enough out of this. Yeah, he gets stuck on Hui shit. And then we try and go for Levitate here. Which again, do we need to? Because he gets forced shot by Lens, and then Quacker's back up, and we don't win the game. And it continues! Supernova should end the game there. I don't think there's any doubting that. I don't want to watch this again. It was gross. And this game actually got interesting here, because what ends up happening is we get Elder. I think there's a world where you can actually kind of fix bot. It's a scary wave. Oh, okay. I'm fine with them. Okay, no, we don't need to fix bot. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. This is fine. This is fine. I didn't love this opener from Blue Water, but yeah, Kenby gets stuck here. Kenby just has to wait. Like, yes, it's big, but this scenario is already so good for Supernova. With this Toasty R, like, they have complete control over this. And they play a little bit fast and it's an even fight. And then Toasty doesn't have R and goes into the bad time. And Diamond's stuck. So they're going to try and cheese him. Again, they're down a man in this Elder. They don't get anything. Oh my goodness. This was a game. Sam can get some. Yeah, I just walked into him. So 2 Elders. No, 4 Elders. No Elder on the Hui. Okay, actually, you know that wave that I said that Blue Water could have ignored? It's going to cost them the game in the end. Alright. Hey, what's up, Travis? Should Diamond have stayed Kenby there? No, they didn't get a kill. I don't think so. Hey guys, we're going over some NACL games. So Kenby, after getting everything stolen from him, does get the final steal. And that's big, because now we don't have Baron creeps to stop the shove. So this was actually a game-winning steal. What's up, Crygen? Yeah, I wouldn't say it has been having a good rookie split. Thanks for the follow, Big Angry Hobo. So Levitate kind of got eaten here. Toasty's going to TP in, and then they backdoor to win. And Samikin gets one shot. Which
Holy
happens
shit,
off screen.
he's hot!
Yeah. Thanks for the prime, Big Angry Hobo. Thanks for the raid again, Travis. Hope you guys had a nice closing stream. So, I mean, if we're able to reset here as Blue Water, like, they had the scaling comp. They had Elder. They didn't have Baron, but Supernova ends up coming back and wins. Supernova, for those that just joined us in the VoD review, 15 minutes in, they were up 7k gold. So there was 2 Baron steals that happened for Blue Water that got the game in the state. That should have been an easy win for Supernova. What do you think the best bot lane pairing with the heal item Senna is? I'm not sure yet. I think Maokai's really good, though, with Senna. All right, game 3. Now, on the cast, I made a big mistake. I said not Blitzcrank. Yo, I've won Blue Water in their AM leagues. I'm kind of part of their staff. That's cool. Yeah, it's been really fun to have them be a part of the league and be a good team. I said not Blitzcrank on the cast. I was proved wrong. This game got out of control again. I think that what Blue Water ended up with is just they just don't have CC. Like, I know Alistar can sometimes bring off CC for a team, but it's really tough for Alistar to get through Zyra. You don't interact super well with Corki. Corki interacts really well with everything that's on the screen here. Gnar kind of toss you around. I think this is a game where Gnar is actually quite good. It's a nice match, but like in Darius, it's a playable matchup. You just get the steel caps first. You try and space him out. And if we buy space for this, we're fine. And then Zyra Blitz made it pretty easy to play around bot side. Shyvana just never got rolling in this game. And Quacker never got rolling either. So, yeah, like in the end, like if I'm going to reverse engineer this draft, I didn't like it very much for Blue Water. I feel like they just need a lot of things to work out. Like we need Shyvana to get a couple items to hit, you know, hit something big. I don't know. I know Ori and Azir were both off the table at this point with the Fearless draft, because like this is a scenario where if you see a Corki, like having Ori is pretty valuable. So we could have went like Ori's in here, right? Like that's pretty good this game. A lot more frontline for the Jinx. The good part about Blitzcrank this game is like, of course, supports. A lot of supports are off the board at this point. I guess we had access to Braum, but we wanted a little bit more main engage. And having the hooked against Jinx is good. I think against Darius, it's okay actually with the knockup of the silence. And against Shyvana, it's really good because you're pretty much just able to force ult out if it hits. So it's not bad. Anyway, they ended up mauling bot lane anyway. Which, that was the big difference in this game. Ooh. Thruns, anything interesting? Nope. Of course, stacking move speed on Darius. The way the Quacker plays Darius, for those unfamiliar, he is a Darius player in the water. He rushes Sterax and then gets... Think we'll see anything crazy like Yasuo Senna? Yeah, I think it's doable. He goes Sterax and a move speed items. It's really important that Darius gets a good reset this game, given that he has no TP, or else he falls behind pretty fast. Yeah, so Zyra's just gonna clear faster. It's reverse clear, or mirrored clear, as I should say. So Shyvana ends up topside, which I think is kind of necessary against, like, with the Darius in your team with no sums. Just gotta make sure that the first base is decent. If not, like, that pick really loses gas. But yeah, the hook from Diamond and just the Zyra being here is, it puts so much pressure on these guys. Nice side step from Levitate there. Crab ended up going over to Shyvana, which is not bad, but this was big. So Shyvana's coming back bot, but Kenby like spots Shyvana get Crab, and Kenby elects to stay, and Kenby's here first. They already have sums out. So yeah, Diamond kind of sacks himself, which does get Levitate a reset. But, and then Samakin was here first. So Samakin did burn TP just now, whereas Toasty's TPing back, which you can see. So Samakin was able to get down here first and interact. So Kenby's here first, but then Samikin's here first, so. And it's a cluster. Kenby actually did a lot of work in this fight. Damn, Whoopie rated 2. What's up, boss? Good to see you. Thanks for the raid. That Q was pretty big from Rovex because I think they were originally going for Levitate. Regardless, Rovex is the one that didn't have flash. I'm not exactly sure, but they were always able to chain the traps and get a reset. But Lens just up. And the other big thing about this was the experience, because when we get back, Diamond's top. So what ends up happening in this game is Levitate falls pretty far behind in XP. Not exactly sure where that happened. Yeah, Diamond being top here was really big. So if I saw TP back, Diamond was top. Quacker doesn't get a reset. Quacker's only choice here was to try and fish for the reset. So really, really nice run from Diamond here. So now, like with Darius being behind like that, if you knock Darius out, it's not like he can TP back to lane, so that's a really punishing death. And they get grubs off it. Meanwhile, Lens did sack this bot wave. But Lens is still up in XP. I'm not exactly sure how this happened. Lens was already up a level. So I think this came from like the level 1 through 3. With getting the first 3 waves in. And then the fact that Lens was able to soak solo. My guess is that Levitate, after the play happened bot, wasn't able to get a ton of the wave in. So Lens soaked most of it solo. Because Diamond was top. And despite being forced off a wave, Lens is actually in really good shape here. Also, Levitate's going for the Jinx build where it's the IE rush, which I'm okay with. Like, they did nerf Kraken. And if you get this build to like 2-3 items, it's fine. It's just that your first item is like much weaker. Yeah, so they get this wave in. And then they just bring Kenby back. And see like Lens is 6. So Rovex catches the hook. And they do get Diamond. But this route is really big from Kenby. Because now Lens sends it. He finds the W, which is really, really well played by Lens. Really well played by Lens here. Really well played by Lens. So nice route from Kenby. But to go behind and then hit the W was very good. And then also dodge the zap. It was big time. What's your practical expectation for the Bears this season? And then what's your unreasonable hometown fan expectation? My practical expectation is for them to win 10 games. That team is like stock full of talent. I think 10 games is reasonable. My unreasonable expectation is to go to the NFC Championship game. It's not an expectation, that's my hope. I want to play in that game. Really well played by Kenby too, but Lens picking that spot to go in was big. So now, Lens is huge. Lens has Shiv. Lens is up 2 levels. Like, he just hit a fresh 7. I think I pull up the XP bar here. Let me go pan back bot. And then Levitate. I don't know how Alistar was knocked out of lane. Rovex just based. Oh. Yeah, Rovex based for wards. Oh, we got a cloth arm. That's a bad base. Because Diamond sends it on Levitate. He's sumless, keep in mind. And they force him out, so he misses another wave. And this is, for me, where the game is pretty over. Really like what Diamond and Kenby do here, too. They take Music's camp. So, they just get a free Drake, because they have to go hover bot. Or Music had to go hover bot, so after that, they just exit, take the free Drake. Again, their bot lane is miles ahead. I'm pretty sure we see a level 6 to 8 pop up here. Yeah. So the W must have hit from that Lens. Yeah. and then gets around it. Well played, Lens. That's a little bit too easy. Someone who's a fan of an AFC team and isn't much invested in the NFC and can be somewhat... I think 11-12 wins if Caleb does an int, no pun intended, and maybe a playoff win. Yeah, I mean, I really don't think it's outlandish. Like that, the Bears roster have so much talent on it this year. It's the meta where you have the rookie QB contract, so you aren't paying the most expensive player on your roster bufu dollars yet. It still is ridiculous, but it's a salary cap league. So if you have a play, like if your best player or your highest paid position is overachieving on the rookie deal, you just get to load up talent around them, and you actually have a big window to win. That's what the Rams try to do with Goff. That's what the Chiefs did with Mahomes. What the Ravens try to do with Lamar. This is the window, unironically. And then you pay Williams and just hope that he's good enough where people will take pay cuts to play with him. All right. So, again, Supernova, massive lead in this game. Oh, that hurts. This is actually something that was quite good from Diamond Hex Flash over the wall. Finds Samakin. Can be flash follows. They don't get the kill, but they do force Samakin's flash, and they force him back. So again, he's just missing a wave. And the next time they find Samakin, they do find a kill. So with Diamond being this far ahead on the blitz, it was used decently well. Because now we highway to top. So we pull the wave. Wave at least dies, but like Quacker's under threat, right? So, are we able to do this or no? Yeah, Toasty comes here and ends up being a bit slop. Jets Bears is going to be a banger Super Bowl. Goddamn. Nice buffer for music. I can't be called the tower shot it. Honestly, I think it's okay from Supernova. I'm still down with that play. It was a little bit quick, but the rest of their map is so good. Like, I mean, again, the Jinx just cannot move into Kaisa with how far ahead Kaisa is. I didn't bring up the XP. I should have brought up the XP tool. I thought I did on the left. All right. So they get Dragon yoinked from them. But they turn it into a kill top. So Samakin didn't have flash. Wait, I didn't realize Quacker went Triforce this game. Usually it's the Sterex. Interesting. What's a fringe champ pick we haven't seen yet? An LCS Summer that you think might be played before the end of the split? Aesol seems likely. I mean, we haven't seen a ton of Senna. I think we have seen Mordekaiser. I think Mordekaiser is actually playable in a couple scenarios right now. I don't know. I mean, Whippo busted out not top. That was interesting. I don't know. I actually don't think we're going to see like anything fringe. I'm more so curious what happens with this. Maybe we see a Hecarim hit LCS. Good flash by Faisal. I don't know. I mean, these games just kind of were a clapping. I do think that Supernova played bot lane really well and played around bot lane really well in these last two games, especially this last game. And props to Lens. This guy's a very good Kaisa player. A good player and a very good Kaisa player. And when he gets ahead, it's he does press his advantage really well, especially on this champ. Yeah, so Blue Water, they lose all their shit on top side. Pretty much just end up losing this. Toasty did TP bot. Music just flashed here. I see music's flashed down. It's time in it. Yeah, I mean, watch this. Lens dies this fight. Very worth. Flash the Q. Gets Quacker. Like, that gets him Baron. Good death ones. I'm super down for that fight. Took Spine off the map. Got 3. Yeah, we'll play. It is Bounty going over Jinx. That's fine. You got Baron at this point. You clean up Drake. You give top outer. But then taking both inners. Blue Water trying to play around and just find bounties. Was an oops. And that's game. That's game. All right, guys. GG to Supernova. Congrats on them on the first round dub. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed the VoD review, thanks so much. Feel free to drop a like, comment, and or a sub on YouTube, and follow me everywhere, CubbyXX. Thanks for helping me hit partner. We'll see you guys for the next VoD review. Peace.